Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Leap podcast. I'm Maya. Today, I have a very serious question for you. Are you a robot? Visual, Maya suddenly stiffens her body. She speaks in a monotone, robotic voice, moving her arms mechanically. Maya, robot voice. Hello. My name is Maya. I am 25 years old. I am a student. I like English. I like cats. End of message. Visual, she relaxes, laughs, and returns to normal. Maya, okay, be honest. Did that sound familiar? When someone asks you, tell me about yourself, do you give them a list of facts? Name. Age. Job. Hobby. If you do, you are failing the robot test. You are giving information, yes. But you are not giving a story. And because you are not telling a story, you are boring. People will listen to you, nod their heads, and 5 minutes later, they will forget you. I know this because I used to be the queen of robots. Let me tell you a quick story. 2 years ago, I went to a networking event. It was a fancy party with many important people. I was very nervous. I wanted to impress them. A woman walked up to me. She was a CEO of a big company. She smiled and asked the magic question. So, Maya, tell me a little bit about yourself. This was my moment. I opened my mouth and I said, Hi. I'm Maya. I studied marketing. I am looking for a job. I am hardworking. And then I stopped. There was a silence. An awkward, painful silence. The CEO waited for me to say more, but I had nothing else to say. I had given her my list. She looked at her watch and said, Oh, that's nice. Well, excuse me, I need to get some water. And she left. I felt terrible. I felt invisible. But that night, I realized something important. She didn't leave because my English was bad. She left because I didn't give her anything to connect with. I was generic. Today, I am going to teach you how to stop being generic and start being memorable. We are going to throw away the robot list. Instead, we are going to use a simple formula called the time traveler method. But before we jump into the time machine, let's look at 3 words I just used that are essential for today. Vocabulary break 1. Word guide. Hello. Maya is right, nobody wants to talk to a robot. Let's learn these key words. 1. Generic, adjective. Definition, common, not specific, lacking imagination or individuality. Example, his answer was very generic, so I don't remember what he said. 2. Awkward, adjective. Definition, causing a feeling of embarrassment or discomfort. Example, there was an awkward silence after he told the bad joke. 3. Memorable, adjective. Definition, worth remembering, easily remembered because it is special or interesting. Example, the movie was memorable because the ending was a huge surprise. Now, back to Maya and the time traveler method. Okay, are you ready to become memorable? To answer tell me about yourself perfectly, you need to be a time traveler. Most people get stuck in the present. They only talk about what they are doing right now. I am a student. I am an engineer. But a story needs movement. So, we are going to use the PPF formula. Past-present-future. Think of it like a movie. The past, this is your origin story. How did you get here? The present, this is your mission. What are you doing now and why? The future, this is your dream. Where are you going? Let's break it down, step by step. Step 1, the present, your current role. We start here, but we don't just say the job title. We add the passion. Robot Maya, I am a marketing assistant. Boring. Human Maya, currently, I work as a marketing assistant where I focus on helping small businesses tell their stories on social media. Do you see the difference? The robot says what she is. The human says what she does and who she helps. When you introduce your present, try to use action verbs like I focus on, I specialize in, I am responsible for, I enjoy. For example, if you are a student, don't just say, I am a student. Say, currently, I am studying engineering because I have always loved solving complex problems. Boom. Now I know you are a problem solver. I am interested. Step 2, the past, your origin. Now, we travel back in time. But be careful. We don't want your whole life history. I don't need to know where you were born or what primary school you went to. We only want the turning point. What experience led you to where you are now? Robot Maya, I studied at X university. Human Maya, before this, I volunteered at a local animal shelter. That experience taught me how powerful social media can be for nonprofits, which inspired me to get into marketing. See? I connected the dots. Volunteer-inspiration-marketing. It is a story. It shows cause and effect. If you are an English learner, your past could be, I started learning English 3 years ago because I wanted to travel the world without barriers. That is a beautiful origin story. Step 3, the future, your vision. This is the part most people forget. You told me who you were, past, and who you are, present. Now, tell me where you are going. This shows you are ambitious. It shows you have a plan. Robot Maya, I want a job. Human Maya, looking forward, my goal is to lead a creative team where I can combine my design skills with data analysis. Or for you, in the future, I hope to use my English skills to work in an international company and connect with people from different cultures. Now, let's pause. We have the 3 parts, present, passion, past, origin, and future, vision. But how do we glue them together? We need transition words. If you just say the sentences one after another, it sounds choppy. We need words that act like bridges. Let's go to our word guide to learn the best bridge words for your story. Vocabulary break 2. Word guide, to sound fluent, you need to connect your ideas smoothly. Here are 3 powerful transition phrases for the PPF method. 1. Currently. For the present. Use this to start your story with what you are doing now. Example, currently, I am working as a software developer. 2. Before that. Or originally. For the past. Use this to move back in time. Example, before that, I worked in sales for 2 years. Example, originally, I am from Brazil, where I studied law. 3. Moving forward. Or my goal is. For the future. Use this to talk about your future plans. Example, moving forward, I want to specialize in artificial intelligence. Now, let's watch Maya put it all together into one perfect answer. Okay, we have our ingredients. The present, your current passion. The past, your origin/turning point. The future, your vision. The bridge words, currently, before that, moving forward. Now, let's bake the cake. Remember my disaster story with the CEO? The one where I sounded like a robot? If I could go back in time, here is exactly what I would say to her using the PPF method. Listen carefully to the flow, the perfect answer. Well, currently, I am working as a marketing assistant where I focus on helping small businesses tell their stories on social media. I really love the creative side of connecting with customers. Before that, I actually studied psychology. I've always been fascinated by how people think and make decisions, which is what eventually led me into the world of marketing. Moving forward, my goal is to combine that psychology background with design to become a creative director for a global brand. Did you hear that? That took only 30 seconds. But in those 30 seconds, I told her. I am a marketer, present. I understand human psychology, past/unique value. I am ambitious and want to be a director, future. It wasn't a list. It was a journey. And most importantly, it gave her so many things to ask about. She could ask, oh, psychology? That's interesting, or which global brands do you like? I invited conversation. Now, I know what you are thinking. Maya, that is easy for you. But I am just a student, or I am an accountant, my story is boring. No story is boring if you frame it right. Let's look at two specific examples. Scenario 1. The university student. Imagine you are a student. You don't have a job history. So, your past should be about why you chose your major. Present, currently, I am a final-year computer science student specializing in mobile app development. Past, I've always been a gamer, but originally, I wanted to understand how the games were built. That curiosity is what pulled me into coding. Future, moving forward, I hope to join a team that creates educational games for kids, making learning fun. See? You are not just a student. You are a future educational game developer. That is powerful. Scenario 2. The career changer, the pivot. This is for people who are changing jobs. Maybe you were a teacher, and now you want to be a writer. This can be tricky, but the PPF method connects them perfectly. Present, currently, I am building my portfolio as a freelance copywriter. Past, before that, I spent 5 years as an English teacher. That experience taught me how to explain complex ideas simply, which is a key skill in writing. Future, my goal is to work with tech companies to help them explain their products to the world. You see what I did there? I used the past, teaching, to prove I am good at the present, writing. This is called transferable skills. Before we get to the final secret, the cherry on top. Let's look at some business vocabulary I just used. Vocabulary Break 3. Word Guide. Let's level up your professional vocabulary. 1. Background, noun. Definition, your past experience, education, and family history. Example, her background in psychology helps her understand customers better. 2. Fascinated, adjective. Definition, extremely interested. Example, I have always been fascinated by space and astronomy. 3. Transferable skills, noun phrase. Definition, skills you learned in one job that you can use in a different job. Example, communication and leadership are transferable skills you can use in any career. We have the cake. But it needs one last thing. The cherry on top. If you stop after the PPF method, you have a great professional answer. But remember, we are humans, not LinkedIn profiles. We want to be liked. So, at the very end of your introduction, I want you to add one icebreaker. An icebreaker is a small, fun fact about you that has nothing to do with work. It shows your personality. The formula, PPF plus and outside of work. Here's my full answer with the icebreaker. My goal is to become a creative director. And outside of work, I am a huge coffee nerd. I spend my weekends trying to find the perfect espresso in the city. Why did I add that? Because now, the CEO can say, oh, I love coffee too. Have you tried that new place on Main Street? Suddenly, we are not talking about work. We are bonding. We are becoming friends. Here are some examples of icebreakers you can use, and outside of work, I love hiking. I try to escape to the mountains whenever I can. When I'm not studying, I'm usually in the kitchen. I love baking bread. On the weekends, you can find me playing the guitar, badly, but I love it. Saying you do something badly is a great way to show you are humble and funny. So, let's put it all together. The ultimate introduction. Now, back to Maya for the final touch. The structure. Present, passion and role. Past, origin and transferable skills. Future, vision and ambition. Icebreaker, human connection. It sounds like a lot, but remember, it is only 3 to 4 sentences. It is short, sweet, and powerful. Vocabulary break 4. Word guide. Let's learn the final set of words to polish your introduction. 1. Icebreaker, noun. Definition: a remark or action used to start a conversation and make people feel more relaxed. Example: asking about someone's hobbies is a great icebreaker. 2. Nerd, noun, positive slang. Definition: someone who is extremely interested in a specific subject, used playfully. Example: I am a total movie nerd, I watch 3 films a week. 3. Bond, verb. Definition: to develop a close connection or friendship with someone. Example: we bonded over our shared love of jazz music. Back to Maya for the challenge. Now, it is your turn. You might be thinking, Maya, my English isn't good enough to do this. Stop that thought. Your English is good enough. The problem isn't your vocabulary, the problem was that you didn't have a map. Now you have the map. Here is your challenge for this week. This is a big one. I want you to write your own PPF plus icebreaker introduction. Don't just think about it. Write it down. Fill in the blanks. Currently, I am. Before that, I. Moving forward, I want to. And outside of work, I. Once you write it, stand in front of a mirror and say it out loud. It will feel strange the first time. It will feel better the second time. By the 10th time, you will feel like a movie star, and if you are feeling brave, and I know you are, write your introduction in the comments below. Introduce yourself to us and to the community. Tell us your story. We read every single comment, and I personally cannot wait to meet the real you. Not the robot you. Stop listing facts. Start telling your story. I'm Maya. This is the English Leap podcast. Go out there and be memorable. See you in the next episode.